closed.
You don't look the sort who can afford to turn down legitimate work.
What do you want?
How about we start with a light?
Слишком много пафоса.
Well, you got a name, miss?
Elizabeth.
Тоже пафосно. Пальцем.
Я такого на этой энергетике
You can
получил,
call me
когда был там.
Elizabeth.
What can I do for you?
There's a girl who needs to be found. Maybe you've seen her.
Птичку носит вон.
This girl's dead.
You know her.
You'll see dozens of her tied down by the docks or the slums in Apollo Square. Orphans, with Fontaine's charity shut. No place for them.
But her you know.
As I said, girl's dead.
Lost.
Look, I don't know where you get...
Lost
Fontaine.
isn't dead. Name your rate, I will pay you for this work. But you do this one gratis, wouldn't you?
I don't follow.
Something tells me you will.
Ты же знакомый. Можно как-то это? Ну, пешком идти, а быстрее. Ох, мать.
Seems my instincts were correct.
Where's Sally?
I don't know. But I know someone who does. Follow me.
Куда ты пошла? Подожди, это еще когда нормально было? Ух ты.
What's this girl to you?
What I need from her is my business. But I know where to start
Че
looking.
так бегаешь опять, а?
Something tells me a man with your particular talents could be useful.
Красиво. О, это вот...
What happened to these children? What are they?
Where have you been? Cabin in Arcadia? Little sisters. Atom factories.
It's grotesque.
Отдайте. Маленькие стрички.
Red means stop,
Ой, чего
green
вы такие
means
страшные?
go. This is the rule all little girls know.
Почему у них еще нормально было?
Compromise? Is that why we came to Rapture? I could compromise in Red Hook.
We're just men and women, Alan. You hold yourself to that standard, you'll never be happy.
In what country is there a place for men like me? Men who refuse to say yes to the doubters and the parasites.
Это ты куришь-то, а? Маленькая еще, чтобы курить.
Come on.
О, больше папочка чили.
What do they even look like under those suits?
Well, I say you should have to prove you're properly versed on a topic before you're allowed to vote.
Пафоса слишком много. Ути, какие обаятельные.
Funny.
What?
You not knowing about the little sisters. How long have you been in Rapture?
Let's just say I don't get out
Oh, yeah.
much.
You've got
Oh.
eyes and ears, don't you?
If I wanted to share my life story, Mr. DeWitt, I would write my memoirs. If I learned anything about Rapture, I thought it was a place where people understood to mind their own business.
Что за
Where are
привычка?
we headed?
The man we need to see is in the
Мне
garden with the
нормально.
muses.
How do you know?
My sources are my own, Mr. DeWitt. If you have better information as to the whereabouts of your girl, I suggest you avail yourself of it.
Пафос свой, сунь куда-нибудь тебе. Дальше. Кнопку нажми.
Это вот
Что у него вот?
Where are you taking me?
When's the last time you saw Sally?
Что у него
She
ног?
was taken from you, wasn't she?
How do you know this?
She was taken, down at Surprise. You were playing the tables and...
She disappeared.
And?
Cop friend of mine, Sullivan, says they found her floating in the docks.
You see the body?
Look.
Did you see the body? This world values children, not childhood.
Папочка.
There's a profit to be made and men who make it. I'm taking you to one of them.
Да, да,
Mr.
вспоминаю,
DeWitt, you all
вспоминаю.
right?
I'm fine. Just get these spells sometimes. It'll
Вы
pass.
отпустите меня.
Refreshment, sir? Madam?
We're fine, thanks.
Маг? О, этим лидом, смотри, пользуется.
I went through basic with them, decent sort, but the Italians, Papa this and Papa that. They can't take a crap without a papal dispensation.
Мы не связаны.
Gets that from his family.
I told her. You want someone to listen to your words?
Mr. DeWitt, we'll find my source inside of that club.
Cohen? What does that lunatic have to do with Sally?
Ой,
Private party. No entry without invitation.
We'll see about that.
Which business do you represent, sir?
Business?
Yes, which business?
DeWitt Investigations.
Mr. Cohen does not truck with private detectives. Masks of invitation went to artists and craftsmen alone.
I'm with the artist struggle. We're expected.
No mask, no entry.
Stuffed shirt.
These invitation masks he spoke of. They must have gone out to local artisans.
Well, I guess we'll have to persuade someone to
Так,
loan
подожди,
us
здесь
one.
не надо старый
The
стрелять
business of
никого?
rapture is business. Says it's sponsored by the artist struggle, the Golden Rule, and Rapture Records.
Ой,
I guess those stores would be as good a place to start as any.
что, по мусоркам пошаримся? Да. Какая разница? Давай по мусоркам пошаримся.
What brought you to Rapture?
A man
Нет.
Really?
Те,
You don't
которые вот
strike
в
me as the
Infinity.
romantic type.
wasn't that kind of man.
Then
Плюс.
what?
There's a debt that needs repaying.
I've known my share of Shylocks. You're no Shylock.
Wasn't that kind of debt.
Бегаешь перед меня, не бегай.
Invitations to Cohen shows are highly coveted. Nobody's gonna just hand us one.
You think you can figure out a way to distract
А
the
чем
store owner
прекрасно?
while I take a look around?
You just find the mask. Leave the distractions to me.
Look around, please.
Excuse me. The lady has some questions for you.
Yes, of course.
What is this piece?
It's by Trenet, but of course, covered by...
Cohen
Mr.
sends those masks out in some kind of box.
Music does something to me. Especially something in this case. It's almost primal, isn't it? Part of it
Damn.
before
Must be
thought,
somewhere
before
else.
Logic, purely sensual.
The finest music.
I must go. I must go. Even one more note shall prove my undoing.
Пипец, актриса, мать его.
Any
Ты
luck?
сейчас шибешь.
Let's find another shop.
Where
Отстань.
to next, Mr. DeWitt? The Golden Rule is just across
погорело
the way.
театра.
Or shall we go upstairs to
Где
the
она
artist
бегает?
struggle?
Юбка не жмет, не? Нет.
Have all the flaws and drawbacks that you have.
Не, совсем.
Good day to you, ma'am.
You see that dish I walked in with? Well, you give her the star treatment, pal. That'll make it worth your while.
Of course, right away.
I'm interested in this piece.
Ah, excellent. You've an eye, haven't you, miss? It's a natural sapphire and diamond, 18-karat gold ring, fully hallmark for Paris, 1887.
Really?
The center coverson... Excuse me, sir?
That's a lot of fine talk about a stolen ring.
Gotta find that box.
Right out of her coffin in Twilight Fields. Did you think we wouldn't notice?
I can assure you.
The
Nothing.
assurances of a grave robber are of
Only
no
one place
Interest
left.
me. If you hand the ring back, the matter will remain between you and me.
You come into my shop and talk this trash. I don't think so. Hit the bricks, you tramp, or I'll see to it they hit you.
Get your hands off me! Might be best if we were gone when he wakes up. Nothing?
No.
Действительно,
There's
у
one
тебя,
place left.
по-моему,
And if that
все еще
proves
с
to be
башкой
fruitless.
проблемы.
Cross that bridge when we get to it.
This clown ball.
Hey, pal. You want to help out the little lady?
Yes, of course. Interesting, isn't it? An original Sander Cohen. He calls it miasma.
I'm sorry, but
Where's he hiding
I
that
know precious
box?
little about art.
How does it make you feel?
I don't want to open my mouth, but feared what foolishness might tumble out.
Would you like...
You've given me so much to think about. I feel a trifle swoony. Would you mind if I return tomorrow for further education?
I shall be here at your service. Until tomorrow.
Good. You've located the mask.
Third time's the charm.
All right. It's best we head back to Cohen's.
How am I going to get...
Куда идти? Ой.
Fine piece of work back with those shopkeepers. You've got a bit of the grifter in you.
For that, you can thank my father.
Oh, yeah?
He was a man comfortable in a variety
Я
of
вообще не помню,
roles.
что мы через сюда проходили. А.
Ah, very well. Mr. Cohen awaits your participation at his performance.
Кошмар. Здесь не надо вроде так. Здесь не надо драться.
So who is this fellow Cohen? Some sort of underworld figure?
Worse. He's an artist.
An artist who kidnaps children.
Cohen's muse is a bit more diverse. I've seen this type. Gets an idea in his head, end a conversation. Don't matter who gets hurt.
О, Господи. Что за плейбой?
Dance, dance, move!
Ну, кролики.
Be the conduit! Open yourselves to the music, to the spirit of the eternal! No. Why do you fail in this fashion? To embarrass me in front of my muse? My muse shall not be mocked. Fitzpatrick! Please! The stick! For God's sake! My muse shall not be mocked! Get them out of here! There shall be no failure on my canvas. Oh, there's no room in rapture
Нормально?
anymore
Ничего не смущает?
for the artist. Who are you?
Name's DeWitt.
Is that right?
Да.
This one's a real biscuit. Isn't he a biscuit, lady?
I need to ask you a few questions.
Questions, yes. Yes. It is the work of man to ask. It is the work of the artist to answer.
You've seen this girl, haven't you?
We artists see more than most. You're more than you claim to be, little songbird. Are you
Она тебе
not?
пальчик в жопу засунет.
Watch this
Какая
one,
дерзкая.
DeWitt. She'll take you where you don't want to go. But I know the child in that photo is important to you. So many children flit, flit, flit away. I know where the girl is. And I will send you to her. In exchange, all I ask is a dance.
What?
I see something in you two. Art strips away artifice. Show me who you are, and I will show you where you need to
Listen,
go.
Cohen, you son of a bitch.
Mr. DeWitt.
What?
Dance with me.
Ну, натянешь руку.
Dance!
I shudder to think what greater price he might care to extract.
Fitzpatrick! Beauty and pain. They can be no more separated than birth and blood.
What do you think Cohen's customers do with the children? Do they?
Sometimes. But those types lack the capital of people like Ryan and Suchong.
That's a blessing.
You saw those little sisters? You so sure? But if Suchong had Sally, I'd know it.
How?
Because I tied him to a chair and asked him.
So?
For 15 hours.
I don't know what to make of you, Mr. DeWitt.
No!
Listen, we're not gonna keep...
Fitzpatrick! I see suffering in you. I know how to shine a light on your pain.
Сейчас я очнусь, как этот.
Will become
Как большой палочкой хуйнуть, не знаю. Знаешь, это 80 лет спустя.
Mr. DeWitt.
Mr. DeWitt! Are you all right?
I'm fine.
You were dreaming. You kept saying your daughter's name, Sally.
She's not my daughter.
I thought...
Pain and beauty. To an artist, they are parent and child.
Cohen?
I'm sending you to find your young one. No need to thank me. I'm not so sure you'll like what you find.
Look.
Fontaine's. Ryan sent the whole thing to the bottom.
But it's a prison now. Why would Cohen have sent Sally there?
I don't know.
Everyone has needs. I merely provide a service for those who have the means to pay. You'll find your little bird in the housewares department.
How many people do you suppose Ryan's got locked up in that place?
Enough. Fontaine had amassed something near an army. Now they're down there, spliced up and wild. All right, there's a dock up ahead.
Takes a cold son of a bitch to do that to a living person.
What's that?
Burial at sea.
You read your residency contract with Ryan Industries? In perpetuity, we're all buried at sea.
О, ни хрена себе.
Don't get too comfortable. Keep your eyes open.
Это уже здесь начинаются сподвиги на то, что это.
Seem to be some supplies this way, Mr. DeWitt.
It's Booker.
What?
Just call me Booker.
If it's all the same to you, let's leave it at Mr. DeWitt.
Ай-яй-яй. Что такое было сейчас? Подожди, здесь у нас... У них же здесь ползмиды, а как он будет выполнять то ли? Капец, помогу. Дай ползми. Ой, в смысле соли.
Look up there.
Could be handy.
А у них-то откуда эта фигня?
You mean the air grabber? Kids use them to ride around up on the pneumo lines.
Air grabber. Huh. Constants and variables.
Constants and what?
Never mind.
А у них-то откуда эти грузовые? У них же нет такого. Ни хрена себе, я так же хочу, слышишь?
Grabber stuck.
Mr. DeWitt, someone's coming.
Нет, конечно.
Got him on the horse this time. Don't make me. Don't make me.
All right, I got the grabber unjammed.
I haven't found anything yet. Mr. DeWitt, look. Housewares. That's where Cohen said we'd find Sally. The store ran trams between the 3 buildings. We'll need to avail ourselves of that.
Assuming it still works.
Optimism, Mr. DeWitt. It helps in situations like this. When did you come to Rapture?
Oh, it was, geez, I guess around 51? No, 48?
That's a rather large gap.
Time. Life I had before. Sort of becomes a blur. 49. 49 for sure. Damn.
You look a mess, Mr. DeWitt.
Just keep your eyes open for splicers. They can do us a whole lot worse.
Here, little birdies. Eat it up. Well, it's good for you, you know? I've never heard of birds that...
Ammo! Catch!
Так, он говорит, что он сюда переехал в 49-м. Наши первые события начались в 60-м.
Mr. DeWitt, look.
Well, there's the tram.
That splicer had no problem freezing a path for himself before.
I'm sure he'll be happy to do the same for us.
I have no doubt you'll prove persuasive.
Смотри, какая фигня. Лучше зимний. Странно, что здесь соли также представлены, исходя из того, что нас это...
Store sunk a few hundred feet beyond its
Тоже
specifications.
ползмиды. В
More
смысле, а
pressure,
какой смысл тогда?
more burst pipes.
Что? В смысле? Не поняла. Тебе говорят сейчас про ползмиды?
Mr. DeWitt, look.
На. И чё?
Be good at places any to look for our new friend.
Says it's on the top floor.
So we go up.
Нет? Вот именно, что не помню. Нет. По-моему, другое какое-то место.
Damn thing's locked.
Let me see that. Oh, have matters progressed so little? I could turn this with a rake pick. Done.
Where'd you learn that?
Oh, it's something I picked up a long time ago.
Yeah. Our frozen friend leaves a hell of a trail.
Ой-ой-ой.
Two's my lucky number. I do everything in twos. In twos. I school him at home. Only way to keep him away from
Just let me in, okay? Fontaine, he said we're all equal down here now, all in the same boat. I just want a taste of some high-class food.
Splicers. I don't think they see us. If you keep quiet, maybe you can get the drop on them. Even the odds.
Yeah.
Ой, дура, что ли? Дурак? Yes.
I won't let you do this! I don't have anything. Look up there.
Так. Блин.
Catch, Mr. DeWitt.
Так я не могу ничего здесь, скорее всего, сделать. Евы. Тут уже Ева. А как она Ева, если... здесь нету этого. У него не плазмиды, у него тоник.
Intellectual superhumans.
О, смотри, у него уже пошла фигня. О, старые эти.
Ryan, you bastard. Left me here to rot. Sure, I signed the contract. Helped turn Fontaine into a prison. 10 days, big rush, everything slapdash. Right before the prisoners are brought in. One of your piece of shit turrets. Bam! Both kneecaps. Now I'm likely a cripple locked in a jail, surrounded by maniacs. Haven't even been paid, but I don't care. Just get me out of here.
Да. Если кто?
Ammo, Mr. DeWitt.
Это. Подожди, пойдем туда сходим.
Elizabeth.
Keep a lookout.
А ты карауль. Нормально.
All yours.
They're real personal.
Keep your
All my fans stuck with me.
That's foolish.
Старые записи.
It used to be such a thrill to hear Ryan speak. Parasite this, and the exaltation of man that. Sure, it could get a bit of a bore. But the old bear sure knew how to enunciate.
Нет? У меня рука дергается.
Hey, the lady's not accepting gentlemen callers.
Sorry.
В смысле sorry? Что за sorry?
Just gonna leave this.
Respect my privacy. There's gonna be trouble.
Of course! You put away the old god!
Do it, catch!
Что? У меня, кстати, пулемет есть.
Nose to the grindstone!
I'll be down here.
Little sister.
Riot Industries has seen to it that they're bred to be as happy as clams while they do the work. Safe from the bandits and terrorists. We all need animals. We all need the little sisters.
Что там у меня с одежей?
Let go! Of everything!
Ой.
Here, ammo! You need this!
Great.
Там чисто корова. Мне куда вообще?
my first play, the herald said, "A dead whale has washed up at the Schubert Theater and stinks a little more with each passing night." The Tribune called my first opera as having the effect of canceling out all of Mozart's classics in a single caterwaul. And now, critics take me to task for my humanitarian work. If I were not there to find a home for these orphans, would these bellyachers take my place?
Take this!
An artist once said, all critics...
What's happened to these people? They don't even seem sane.
Nothing beats your first splice. From there, it's all downhill. The frozen frosties, the jockeys who will hand you 1,000 volts as soon as look at you.
You sound sympathetic.
They wouldn't be the first sons of bitches who found an answer at the bottom of a bottle. And once you see them go all weak at the knees at the sight of a little sister and all her Adam, they cut a less sympathetic figure.
Potentially terminal illnesses won't wait until payday.